What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 4, and today we're doing a full, no BS deep dive into global smart shading product sourcing. This video clocks in at over 28 minutes, zero filler, pure actionable content. It's tailor-made for B2B importers, commercial contractors, luxury villa renovators, and even homeowners looking to upgrade their window shading with smart systems. By the end of this video, you'll have every core sourcing question completely solved. How to pick shading brands that fit your budget, how to select products based on regional climate conditions, how to avoid customs certification pitfalls, how to stop shipping and logistics damage, how to spot cheap, cut-corner products, and what standard contract clauses you need for large-scale engineering orders. We're covering it all today. To keep this super practical, I've categorized every major exhibitor into 4 clear tiers, with honest pros and cons for each. Save this segment, it's your permanent supplier screening checklist for future orders. Tier 1, top Chinese full-service smart shading manufacturers. From a real buyer's perspective, these factories' biggest advantage is their fully self-contained industrial chain. They've got massive production reserves, ultra-flexible lead times, fast cross-border after-sales support, and universally compatible spare parts across the globe. They accommodate everything: small trial orders for new buyers, full FIKL bulk production runs, custom exterior finishes, and full OEM or ODM brand partnerships. These leading Chinese manufacturers perfectly cater to 90% of global retail, wholesale, and small to medium commercial engineering project needs. Tier 2, premium Western original import brands. European and American high-end brands hold independent core tech patents, ultra-precise mechanical craftsmanship, and decades of experience building premium intelligent control systems. These products are exclusively built for luxury villa renovations and high-end city landmark projects. But for most bulk buyers, the downsides are non-negotiable. Crazy high brand markup, extremely long custom production cycles, sluggish international after-sales support, and overpriced, hard-to-source replacement parts. For standard wholesale bulk orders, they're simply not cost-efficient at all. Tier 3, Japanese and Korean premium indoor shading brands. JP and KR brands specialize in ultra-quiet operation and sleek, lightweight minimalist designs, making them perfect for high-end residential, indoor window styling, and apartment renovations. That said, they come with major limitations. Their product lines update extremely slowly. Outdoor wind and UV resistance is subpar, factory output capacity is limited, and retail pricing stays inflated. They're completely unsuitable for large outdoor public shading and commercial engineering projects. Tier 4, global independent component micro-factories. These small shops only manufacture individual parts, shading motors, aluminum profiles, and basic accessories. They offer low quotes, but lack full system integration capabilities, have inconsistent quality control, and zero experience executing large engineering projects. Their only viable use case is supplementary spare part orders. After objectively breaking down all 4 tiers, here's my unbiased take for every global buyer. International luxury brands win on brand reputation and original intellectual property, but they lose hard on procurement costs, delivery speed, and cross-border after-sales service. Top-tier Chinese shading manufacturers can fully replicate 100% of Western premium functionality and aesthetic quality while delivering far better cost performance, faster lead times, and hassle-free global spare part replacements. Here's an industry insider secret most distributors don't know. The majority of high-end Western shading products sold worldwide are actually OM-produced.by leading Chinese factories using identical production lines and quality control standards. The only extra cost you're paying is purely for the brand logo markup. Practical 2026 Budget Tier Sourcing Price Guide. Industry exclusive. I'm dropping the unspoken 2026 industry tiered pricing benchmarks no exhibitor will share with you. This covers trial orders, bulk wholesale, and large engineering projects, so you can instantly match products to your budget and avoid overspending. Budget Tier 1, entry level $35 to $85 per set. Ideal for small batch retail resellers and residential homeowners. These are basic indoor electric blinds and roller shades, equipped with standard motors and regular grade fabrics. Perfect for first-time buyer trial orders and home DIY installs with no custom features, basic quiet performance, and a standard 2-year manufacturer warranty. Budget Tier 2, mid-range cost-effective, $85 to $180 per set. This is the bread and butter option for SME wholesalers and small commercial builds. You get certified universal silent motors, standard UV-resistant textiles, full regional compliance certifications, and Core Smart control features. It supports minor size customization, includes a 3 to 5 year official warranty, and covers 70% of global cross-border wholesale demand. This is your safest mainstream pick. Budget Tier 3, high-end weather resistant, $180 to $320 per set. Built specifically for outdoor installations and luxury villa projects. These units feature reinforced windproof aluminum profiles, high-weight anti-fade outdoor fabrics, full waterproof and rust-proof hardware, and upgraded weather-sensing smart modules. They withstand extreme climate conditions, support custom color and structural modifications, and come with a professional 5 to 8 year engineering grade warranty. Budget Tier 4, luxury engineering grade, 320 and up per set. Designed exclusively for city landmarks and ultra-premium luxury villas. This tier includes full structural reinforcement, custom OEM branded packaging, professional wind and sand resistant engineering design, complete official project certification documents, and a 10-year premium after-sales guarantee. It's the top-tier solution for high-standard commercial project tenders. Pro Supplier Selection Framework and step-by-step factory audit checklist. Most new buyers only compare unit prices and skip rigorous factory due diligence, and that's exactly why they end up with defective bulk orders and massive profit losses. Here's my simplified, actionable supplier screening system and complete on-site audit checklist. You can save and apply immediately. First, core supplier selection rules always prioritize established Chinese full system manufacturers with end-to-end in-house production chains and dedicated assembly facilities. Instantly rule out 3 high-risk supplier types: pure trading companies with no manufacturing facilities, small component workshops without standardized QC protocols, and vendors using mismatched or borrowed certifications. Align your supplier choice with your order goals. Trial orders prioritize sample consistency and fast after-sales response. Bulk wholesale prioritizes batch quality stability and on-time delivery. Large engineering orders require verified, overseas project case studies and mature custom solution capabilities. If you're serious about vetting suppliers properly, save this step-by-step factory audit checklist. This is exactly what I use for my own bulk and engineering orders. No fancy jargon, just real, actionable due diligence. First off, verify their core qualifications, check production licenses, trademark records, and annual capacity reports. But more importantly, confirm their real OEM cooperation history and verified overseas engineering cases. If they can't show you legitimate project proof, don't waste your time. Next, tour their full production line. Check their profile cutting, fabric sewing, motor assembly, and aging test workshops. Here's a hard rule: if core processes like motor assembly and circuit debugging are outsourced, walk away. Outsourced core work equals inconsistent, unreliable quality every single time. Then, audit their QC system thoroughly. Ask to see CNC cutting logs, automated sewing data, 48-hour aging test records, and batch sampling reports. Always confirm their defective rate is truly under 0.2%. Don't just take their word for it. You also need to validate their inventory and delivery capability, check raw material stock, finished spare parts, and overseas warehouse inventory. This tells you whether they can handle urgent small orders and full FIKL bulk shipments without delays. Last, and honestly one of the most important steps, confirm their after-sales setup. Verify their overseas service team, global spare parts replacement system, and official warranty documents. This step saves you months of headaches down the line when products need maintenance. 2026 Global Smart Shading Official Compatibility Standards. Most buyers can't distinguish genuine smart functionality from cheap marketing gimmicks. Today I'm breaking down the official 2026 Global Intelligent Adaptation Standards so you can easily filter qualified products and avoid common smart feature scams. First, Regional Smart Integration Standards. Products exported to EU and US markets must support Alexa, Google Home, and Global Tuya connectivity. Units for Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Australia require multi-language control, scheduled switching, and real-time remote app monitoring. One non-negotiable rule: all certified smart shades must support offline emergency operation to ensure functionality during network outages. Second, extreme weather sensing benchmarks. Authentic weather-linked shading systems come with industrial-grade wind, rain, and light sensors with fixed trigger thresholds. Auto retract at level 6 wind speed, auto close upon rainfall detection, and auto activate shading when UV intensity exceeds 800 microwatts per square centimeter. If the unit only has empty plastic sensor housings with no functional response, it's 100% fake smart tech. Third, safety protection standards. All export-grade smart shading products must include overheat protection, stall protection, and overload auto power-off features. The motor automatically shuts down when blocked or overheated to prevent short circuits and fire hazards, fully compliant with EU and US electrical safety regulations. Fourth, global voltage compatibility. Qualified export products support universal 110 volts to 240 V automatic voltage adaptation with no external transformer required, compatible with power grid standards across all major global markets. 2026 latest global tariff and trade policy updates for smart shading. If you're importing shading products into 026, these policy updates are non-negotiable. They directly impact your bottom line, and missing even one of these can cost you unexpected customs fees and shipment delays. For the EU market, CBAM carbon tariffs are fully enforced this year. Finished shades aren't taxed directly, but their aluminum profiles require full carbon footprint documentation. Skip the compliance report, and you'll face automatic customs deductions. On the bright side, no new anti-dumping duties apply to finished Chinese shading products, so tariff rates stay stable. Over in the US, the 2026 tariff quota for architectural shading products remains unchanged. No extra anti-dumping or countervailing duties for full smart shading systems. That said, standalone motors and profiles face stricter inspection. So always optimize separate accessory shipments to cut your import costs. For Middle Eastern markets, all major countries now enforce unified SASO tariff compliance. Valid SASO certifications get you fast clearance and zero penalties. ASEAN Southeast Asia still offers great preferential tariffs for Chinese electromechanical goods, keeping shading import costs very competitive. Quick critical reminder: always confirm your exact HS code. Wrong classification leads to huge fines. Also, never do low-ball customs declarations. Abnormal pricing instantly triggers anti-dumping audits. Zero defect sample and pre-shipment QC full process. Look, I'll keep this real. 90% of bulk order failures don't happen from bad products, they happen from lazy pre-shipment checks. Here's my zero defect QC process that I stick to for every single cross-border shading order. Start with pre-production sample validation after locking your specs. Always request full official samples, motors, fabrics, profiles, control systems, the whole set. Check dimensions, silent performance, smart functions, and material quality, like fabric weight and UV coating. Never greenlight mass production until you've signed off on samples personally. During mass production, do random mid-run sampling. I always check 3% to 5% of semi-finished units. Focus on welding stability, clean circuit wiring, and precise sensor installation. Catching small batch defects early saves you from massive losses later. Every finished unit must go through a full 48-hour non-stop aging test. I always watch for steady motor operation, zero abnormal noise, responsive smart sensors, and absolutely no circuit issues. This weeds out weak motors and faulty wiring before shipment. Right before shipment, do your final full inspection, double-check every certification matches your exact product model. Inspect all corner reinforcements, shock-proof packaging, and cargo fixation. Confirm labels, warranty info, and all accessories are complete. And one pro tip most buyers skip: keep dual-party sample retention. Both you and the factory store pre-production and final bulk samples. If they cut corners on mass goods later, you have hard proof for disputes. Now, let's break down why Chinese shading manufacturers absolutely dominate global exports in 2026. There are 4 key, non-negotiable advantages that keep them miles ahead of overseas competitors, and every serious buyer needs to understand this. First and foremost, they own a fully closed-loop, self-sufficient supply chain. Every single core component, aluminum profiles, shading fabrics, drive motors, circuit boards, and full assembly work is done domestically in China. No overseas outsourcing, no imported key parts. That's how they lock in stable pricing and reliable lead times, even during global supply chain fluctuations. On top of that, their automated QC system is standardized to global export standards. Every single product goes through CNC precision cutting, automated sewing, unified assembly, and a mandatory 48-hour continuous power on aging test before it ships. This level of automation keeps batch quality ultra consistent and holds the defective rate steady below 0.2%, a benchmark most overseas factories simply can't match. Another huge edge: decades of serving top global brands via OEM partnerships. These factories have been adhering to international high-end quality specs and third-party inspection standards for years. They don't need to adapt to your export requirements. They're already built for them. Last but absolutely not least, their cross-border logistics and overseas warehousing network is mature beyond comparison. Pre-stocked warehouses across North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia slash delivery times drastically and fix the biggest after-sales headache every importer faces: slow spare parts and on-site support. Advantage 1: fully independent closed-loop industrial chain. Aluminum profiles, shading textiles, drive motors, control circuit boards, and full assembly processes are all domestically manufactured in China with zero reliance on foreign imported components. This fully stabilizes production costs and delivery timelines. Advantage 2: standardized automated quality control. All products undergo CNC precision cutting, intelligent automated sewing, unified assembly, and mandatory 48-hour power on aging testing before shipping. This ensures consistent batch quality and an ultra-low defective rate below 0.2%. Advantage 3: decades of premium global OEM experience. Chinese manufacturers have long adapted to international high-end quality standards and global third-party inspection requirements. Advantage 4. Mature cross-border logistics and overseas warehousing. Strategic overseas warehouses across North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia drastically shorten delivery lead times and resolve the biggest after-sales pain points for global buyers. Now, here's the most critical rule. For all shading procurement, always match your products to local climate conditions. There is no one-size-fits-all universal shading solution. I've handled hundreds of after-sales return claims for shading orders, and climate mismatch is consistently the top cause of batch product failure. Here's my region-specific selection guide you need to follow. Temperate North America and European regions prioritize silent indoor blinds and heat-insulating energy-efficient shading modules. No heavy-duty wind resistance configurations are required for these mild climates. Australia and high-intensity sunlight regions, you must opt for upgraded, UV-resistant anti-fade, outdoor-specific shading systems. Standard fabrics will crack and fade completely after a single summer of direct intense sun exposure. Middle Eastern high-heat sandstorm regions select heavy-duty thickened profile systems with professional windproof and sandproof structural engineering to withstand extreme harsh weather conditions. Southeast Asian rainy high-humidity regions equip full waterproof fabrics and fully rust-proof hardware accessories to prevent internal circuit shorting and metal corrosion. 2026 to 2027 market forecast. Weather-linked smart shading and extreme weather-resistant outdoor systems will remain the fastest-growing, highest-margin export products in the global shading industry. All right, let's talk risk control. I've seen so many importers lose thousands on totally avoidable sourcing mistakes. Below are 5 hidden pitfalls most new buyers completely sleep on. Pay close attention to these. Number 1 is climate mismatch returns. I've already broken this down in detail earlier, but I'll reiterate. This is the number 1 cause of full batch order failures. Never overlook regional climate adaptation. Second, tariff and trade term liabilities. You have to stay on top of the latest anti-dumping policies for Chinese shading goods. A simple trick to cut costs: split your accessory shipments strategically. And for the love of your profit margin, clearly define FOB, CIF, and DDP responsibilities in your contract. Vague terms always lead to surprise surcharges. Third, logistics damage risks. Long track blinds and large roller shutters scratch and deform super easily during ocean freight. Trust me on this, I've seen entire containers ruined. Always enforce reinforced corner protection, full cargo fixation, and shockproof filling. And never, ever ship shading goods with heavy metal cargo. Fourth, certification mismatches. This is a customs death trap. EU needs CE and ROHS. US requires UL. Australia mandates SA. Middle East needs SASO. Here's the critical detail most people miss. Every certificate must match your exact product model number. Borrowed or expired certificates will get your cargo detained and hit you with massive fines. Fifth, custom engineering contract traps. If you're doing ODM branded products, you need official trademark licensing to avoid brutal IP disputes. For large project orders, lock in your valid price window, delivery penalty ratios, and multi-year warranty terms in writing. No verbal agreements ever. Verbal deals always fall apart. Up next, I'm exposing the 5 most common low-price shading scams, flooding current industry expos, helping you avoid thousands in unnecessary losses. Scam 1. Relabeled generic motors. Small factories replace brand name motors with cheap generic alternatives and apply counterfeit labels. They advertise an 8-year warranty, but these generic motors fail within 1 to 2 years of use. Scam 2. Diluted fabric quality and missing UV coatings. Budget outdoor fabrics. Cut corners by reducing fabric gram weight and removing expensive anti-UV coatings, leading to rapid fading and cracking under direct sunlight. Scam 3. Under thickened aluminum profiles, factories advertise standard 1.2 mm profile thickness in catalogs, but ship 0.8 mm thin profiles that cannot withstand strong winds, leading to structural collapse. Scam 4. Fake smart sensing technology. Sellers market ordinary electric blinds as smart units, installing empty plastic sensor shells with no actual wind, rain, or light sensing core modules. Scam 5. Borrowed customs certification. Small factories use big brand certifications with mismatched product model numbers to fraudulently clear customs. Finally, I've broken down targeted procurement strategies for B2B buyers of all sizes, plus simple installation tips for residential end users. For luxury villa contractors and high-end retailers, stick with authentic brand motors, full weather-grade fabrics, and complete matched certifications to preserve your premium product positioning and stable profit margins. For small to medium contractors and vacation rental suppliers, opt for standardized mass-produced Chinese shading systems to balance industry-leading cost performance and easy local maintenance. For large commercial landmark procurement teams, strictly vet factories with verified overseas large-scale engineering cases. Demand custom structural reinforcement solutions and official engineering warranty agreements, and double-check wind resistance and structural safety parameters before shipment. For residential homeowners, prioritize quiet operation and local climate compatibility over unnecessary fancy smart features, and precisely match measurements to your window size to avoid costly custom sizing waste. Let's wrap this episode up with an objective global manufacturing summary. Western brands deliver premium design value, but suffer from slow lead times and overpriced replacement parts. Japanese and Korean products offer refined craftsmanship, but lack outdoor weather durability and cost efficiency. China is the only global country with full independent manufacturing capabilities for shading motors, fabrics, metal profiles, and intelligent control systems. It replicates premium Western quality, delivers affordable mass production, and supports exclusive custom engineering solutions. Undoubtedly, Chinese shading manufacturers are the top sourcing choice for global buyers in 2026. That's our complete no-fluff deep dive into Smart Shading Expo sourcing. Next up in this series, we're covering cross-border bathroom product sourcing, focusing on export-exclusive products you can't find in domestic retail markets. Subscribe so you don't miss the final episode.